Version 8 of Midjourney is pretty great at generating text, but I want to show you how to get the most out of it. We're going to start with the basics, but first, depending on when you're watching this, V8 might only be available on the alpha website, alpha.midjourney.com. So when you're on the website and you're writing your prompt, all you need to do is add the text you want to see inside of quotation marks. That's it. Like here, I wrote a cute little penguin warrior holding a sign that says, "It's so easy, I promise." That's all you have to do. But this is where you can start having some fun with it. You can even add some symbols for sure. Vintage Polaroid of a futuristic sports car with the word scratched into the door, "I see you," and then the sideways triangle, the backslash, and the number 3. And look at the results, like that's pretty cool. Like check out this one though. The bot used the door frame as the slash. But the biggest piece of advice I can give you, the best tip, if you want to add a lot of text, add the text in batches. Take a look at this example, okay? Here's the prompt, a cinematic still of a vintage motel sign that says, "Worry not, you can sleep here for free if danger is in your future." Nothing too complicated, but I wrote all of the text inside of one quotation mark. And if I click on the pictures closer, you can see the results. Some of them are okay. Some of them are just awful. Worrying, like what's going on here? Like take a look at this one. Just the worst. Now, watch what happens when I write the prompt like this instead. Cinematic still of a vintage motel sign that says, "Worry not," quotation marks. "You can sleep here for free," quotation marks. And then separately, "if danger is in your future." 3 separate quotation marks for that sentence. And look at this picture. Isn't that amazing? There's no way you would know by looking at this picture that the prompt was written with that batch effort. If you're adding a lot of text, write it in batches. Put different parts of it inside of quotation marks. Split up the text. That's the big tip. And look how much fun you can have when you split things up. Here is a breakfast menu for a local diner. I asked for the price to be crossed out, and I asked for a nonsensical price of $3.99. And it worked. Isn't that so cool? Okay, let me read the whole prompt. A breakfast menu at a local diner. Today's special is written in fancy writing at the top. The first special is wakey wakey eggs and bakey, with a symbol of bacon and eggs. And the price, $9.99, crossed out, and beside it is the new price of $3.99. Do you see how writing a prompt is a lot more casual in version 8? You can be sort of matter-of-fact with how you say things. Like, precision is not the goal anymore, so to speak. And what I mean by that is precision of language doesn't seem to be that important. Precision of idea remains highly influential though. I had to describe the whole picture, but once it was written, the results turned out pretty good. Like that's so cool. Now if your picture is generated and the bot doesn't fill out the rest of the page with proper words, there's one thing you can do to fix that. We're actually going to be taking our picture outside of Midjourney. I brought that image to gemini.google.com and I'm going to be using Nano Banana to fix it. I gave it my original picture and I simply said, "Can you fix the text on the bottom? Can you make it say waffles and pancakes?" And like it listened pretty well. It did a good job. Fixing text in Midjourney, maybe not the move right now. Fixing text with Nano Banana could be the move. Speaking of AI, I asked GPT to help me create a prompt for a monster trading card. Here's exactly what I asked. Can you come up with a prompt that would describe a playing card for a new monster card game? Like pretend there's a new Penguin Warrior monster card. Can you describe the card itself and where the text would sit? Feel free to place the text in batches if that makes sense. Now that's a very first draft of a prompt because you'll see that GPT wrote a ton. Like, why would it do that? Anyways, I followed that up with, try again, shorten the prompt immensely. And don't write, design a fantasy. Write the prompt as if the card is already created. A fantasy monster card. And anytime you mention the text, put the corresponding text inside of quotation marks. That seemed to get the job done. It wrote this paragraph here, which resulted in pictures like this here. Isn't that so cool? Let's take a closer look at some of these. Like, that's amazing. So what can we learn from this prompt? The main thing I want you to understand is that if you're going to add a lot of text to your picture, make sure you do it in batches. A vertical monster card called Penguin Warrior. Fully illustrated and laid out with a bold title bar at the top reading Penguin Warrior. a small circular cost icon in the top left reading 3, a faction icon for ice. It goes on to describe the art that we will see. This is where you can ad-lib that and come up with whatever you want. Check out how simple these instructions are. Below that, a box rules text area reads, when this monster enters play, gain 1 frost shield. And if this monster attacks alone, it gets +1 power this turn. It goes on to say at the bottom left, a stat frame reads 4 attack. At the bottom right, a matching stat frame reads 5 HP. At the bottom center, tiny collector text reads set 01-017. Isn't that fascinating? And then check out this picture from Rogelio in my community, the Future Tech Academy. In this picture, Rogelio demonstrated that we can put different languages inside of the image. And you know, I don't speak anything other than English, but based on the prompt that was written, this text seems pretty accurate. Another cool thing that he demonstrated was the use of the reflection in the water. You can see it says here, the beginning of the end. That is some really cool intelligence on display from the bot. You can even create memes now. You literally just describe it panel by panel. Panel 1, a dramatic fantasy monster card is revealed on a glowing pedestal. Text. Finally, my original monster card game. Panel 2, close-up of the card art showing an insanely jacked, cool armored penguin warrior on steroids. Text. Deep lore, strategic combat, unique factions. Panel 3, the creator proudly holds up the card while other people stare blankly. Text. So what do you think? Panel 4, one guy points at the card and says, text. Why is the penguin so jacked? Pretty stupid, but pretty funny that you can make this. And I get, you know, it's not perfect, but I hope you see where this is going. You can write your own memes this way. Now, if you're going to be creating anything with text, one of the fun things you can do is add a random style. At the end of your prompt, type --sref, leave a space, and then write the word random. I'm going to use the repeat parameter to run this prompt 6 different times. I want to see this meme in 6 different art styles. I don't know what Midjourney is going to create, but this can be a lot of fun. Like, look at these. Isn't this so cool? I mean, I'll be honest, all these look a little better from a distance, but the point still stands. Yeah, this is kind of hilarious. You can create custom fonts. Shout out to some people on Discord for these tips. And this first one I found was from Danger Awesome. It's for like a font theme prompt. It's simple, the words, whatever you'd like, and then you describe the style. In this case, it's the words Future Tech Academy in novelty retro futuristic font. And then this is the fun part. You can say that the characters are made up of blank assets. In this case, I went with retro futuristic assets like phones, cars, robots, spaceships, etc. I think that etc. part is pretty cool. I wonder if it works. And like, look at the results. Like, that's pretty amazing. I did use sref random for this, just so you know. Another cool prompt that I want to thank Dragon71084 for is a complete alphabet sheet. And then we split those letters into 5 different prompts. 5 different quotation marks. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and so on and so forth. And then you could say something like style, retrofuturistic panels on a solid black background. That solid black background part seems to be pretty important. It really helps the composition. And then Dragon happened to add the words experimental, very readable, typographic student art poster. That's probably really important. And they used an aspect ratio of 70:99. 7:10, I guess. Obviously, you can customize this prompt quite a bit. Please go have fun with it. Now I want to talk to you about troubleshooting, like what you should do if your prompt isn't working. And you may have noticed me trying some of these things in the prompts I've showed you already. Use raw, style raw. Style raw is amazing. At the end of your prompt, you can write --raw. And personally, I find doing that increases the likelihood of success. This is also just a fun prompt. A handwritten sign outside of a restaurant, the menu is written in white chalk. It says things like fish for 5, donuts for 3, and beer for you and me. You know, whatever. Pretty awesome though. Also, if things are not working, you can use the quality parameter to again increase the odds of success. You can type --quality or --q, hit space, and then the number 4. I do believe this makes the prompt a little more expensive, but If you're trying to get something specific, I think it's worth the trade-off. I could also say that you should lower the Stylize value as a last resort. I really haven't found this to be too effective, but it is a pretty old school strategy. And you can add --HD if you are feeling a bit frisky. This will create a higher quality image, a much higher resolution. Remember --HD. Like, look at this. You can create a ransom note with this prompt. A ransom note where each letter is cut from a different style of magazine text. In quotation marks, bring the money to 17th Street. Isn't that so cool? I like this one a lot because for the O's, it just cut out like a circle of a random part of the page. Like there's a car. Yeah, like some of these worked out amazing. And my last tip is to animate your text. It has the chance to look really cool. Midjourney does a great job with text. When it works, it doesn't distort anything. It just adds a lot of flair. It can be a lot of fun to look at. If you learned something new, please consider hitting the like button on this video. It would really help the channel out. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I also have a free gear guide for you to download. It covers everything I use to run my YouTube channel. If that's something you're interested in, you can find it in the description below. And above all else, I hope you're doing well. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace.